20 countries will join the war between USA, Israel, and Iran. 20 countries from the NATO and Europe. So we just read this one. I wanna just show you what's going on. 20 countries will join the war, and we're gonna finish this video. Will be very short, so just want to show you what's going on. So this war is escalating. So it's looking like World War III because we have France, Germany, Sweden, Italy, South Korea, Bahrain. All these countries are joining the war. They're gonna go and open the Strait of Hormuz using military power. So this comes as a shock because in my last video I showed you they said that NATO said no, but now they have changed their mind. So I believe they know that if they don't interfere, USA will lose, and they cannot afford that one. So you cannot afford losing that Strait of Hormuz. Is very important. So the oil and stuff. So these countries all have joined in now. So this is breaking news. So this is the news here. So let's read. I'm gonna show you where I got it. So this is fresh news. Not many know about that one. So 20 countries add to that one Israel and Iran and USA. This is 23 countries. 23 countries will be fighting. So let's see here. Here it is, people. So you see here. Joint statement from the leaders of the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Japan, Canada, Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Denmark, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Czechia, Czechia, I don't know how to say this is the word, this country, Czechia, Romania, Bahrain, and Lithuania on the Strait of Hormuz. So you're gonna read about this one. Joint statement from the leaders of the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Japan, Canada, and others on the Strait of Hormuz, 19 March 2026. Joint statement from the leaders of the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Japan, Canada, Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Denmark, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Czechia, Romania, Bahrain, and Lithuania on the Strait of Hormuz. All these countries will be sending ships to the Strait of Hormuz. We condemn this. All they condemn Iran and stuff. So they're gonna help opening the Strait of Hormuz using force, military force, by sending ships. So USA, they cannot manage to defeat Iran on their own. They need help, of course. This is what we were saying all the time. They cannot manage Iran because Iran is not Iraq. Iran is not Vietnam. Sorry, um, Iraq. Iran is not Iraq. It is not like Venezuela. You change the leader and you get the oil. It's not easy like that. And so this is very terrible news, of course, because the market, the oil prices will go up when you have military efforts to open the Strait of Hormuz by using military equipment. So This will cost all these countries money, but of course USA will share the cost with all these countries, and of course Israel is like we have a non-stop bombing of Israel. So I never showed you the news really. I was talking what's going on, but we will read together what's going on in Israel because people they don't believe that that what's going on. So here you have it, people. It is very bad with the oil. So this is I don't know if we do, how it affect the market. The oil price is already above 100. So you see here sirens sound in rush. You see here 1717110107. Then you have here all these barrage uh, launches from Iran. Uh, then we have additional. Uh, you see here alerts drone infiltration in Western Jalila. Uh, Another drone intercepted in Western Jalila. 4 minutes before that, you see here 10 minutes additional alerts for drone infiltration. You see here alerts for drone in Nahariya and other communities in Western Jaliliya. Drone intercepted from Lebanon, penetrating Western Jaliliya. Urgent evacuation. You see here sirens in Kiryat Shimona and Marjaliot. So alarm sounds in Moshav Marjaliot. You see here another alert in Moshav. So it is ongoing all the time, bombing and sirens sound in Kiryat Shmona. So this is real. Israel have never ever experienced such a thing. And like we say, we want to have uh, we want to help the Jews, but we don't really like we're not gonna be coward when they want help. So this is, of course, every country we're going to, we're gonna help uh, when they cannot handle this stuff. America cannot handle this stuff alone. So impact recognition school. This is Israel home. You see. So. Also, he is invited China again, and like I said, they're gonna Yahweh, the deity Jehovah. Please watch the video. I was talking about China coming down to the Strait of Hormuz. I made a video. It was called "The Nuclear Attack on Israel Imminent." I was talking about China also. Please watch this video. Nuclear attack on Israel is imminent. When China, this is the deal, people. This is the deal, people. When China comes down to the Strait of Hormuz, and these armies are considered goyim, are not Jews. So Sweden, Finland, so President Trump, he's gonna gather all these armies. They are not Jews. And the deity Jehovah, like I showed you, please watch the video. We can watch the video and talk at the same time. So it's very dangerous. The deity Jehovah will be very, very mad, and he may nuke Israel because the south of Iraq and Iraq is considered greater Israel. And President Trump, he fooled these countries because Jehovah Yahweh, he hates to have foreign armies in his beloved Israel. Apple, I You see, he loves Israel. And when you get all these armies, he will get upset and he will nuke northern Israel according to the prophecies in the Bible. You're gonna hear a little bit. This is it. This, See here, because this video I made before the rumors about Prime Minister Netanyahu was killed. So this is 15 March. The rumors came like later on. But having China, he is insisting on inviting China as if he never read the Bible. This is very terrible, people. You see here, Trump on a fort to open Strait of Hormuz would be nice if China joined. So this is Zakaria 142. You see, the Russians are not in Syria, no, only in northern Syria. They are friends with Israel, but the Chinese inviting them to the sea outside Greater Israel in Iraq. How will the deity Jehovah react? So people, please, President Trump, he wants to invite all these armies to Strait of Hormuz. And there's a prophecy about the deity Jehovah when all these armies gathering. We need to read this prophecy together because otherwise you will not believe me. We're gonna search for that one. We're gonna put some effort here. It is not a joking matter. This is serious, man. What are you doing? Why are you not reading the Bible? Nobody is reading the Bible anymore. You cannot gather the armies near Greater Israel because the deity Jehovah, Yahweh, will be angry and will nuke Israel. This is what the Bible is saying, not me. We're going to read together. It's President Trump, Jehovah, is him. Revelation. Ezekiel. It says, Ezekiel 38:39. Gog and the allies attack Israel. Now the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Gog, the land of Magog, the prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, the prophecy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against you, Gog, the prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal. I will turn around, put hooks into your jaws, and lead you out with all your army, horses, and horsemen, all splendidly clothed. A great company and buckles and shields of all these armies, of handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with all these armies, shield and helmet, Gomer and its troops, the house of Togarma from the far north, Europe, and all troops, many people with you, prepare yourself and be ready, and all your companies, they gathered about you, you will be guard for them. After many days you will be visited. Later will come into brought back from the sword and gathered from many people on the mountains of Israel, which had long been desolate. They will brought out the nations, and now all them dwell safely. You will ascend, coming like a storm, covering the land like a cloud. Thus says the Lord God. On that day it shall come to pass that thoughts will arise in your mind and make an evil plan. I will say, I will go up against the land of unwalled village. I will go peaceful people who dwell safely. You see here. On that day, my people, Israel, will you know it? Then you'll come from your place riding, and many people will do all them riding horses, great company. You see here. judgment on Gog, and it will come to pass the same time when Gog comes against the land of Israel, said the Lord God, that my fury will show my face for my jealousy, and in my fire of my wrath I have spoken. Surely that day shall be great earthquake in the land of Israel. So the fish of the sea, the birds of heaven, the beasts, the field, all creeping things that creep on earth, and all men who are on the face shall shake my presence. The earth shall shake my presence at my presence. The mountains shall be thrown down, the steps placed down. They're coming. This is about new. I will call the sword against Gog through the mountains, said the Lord God. Every man's swords, flooding rain, great hailstones, fire, and brimstone. I will magnify myself and sanctify myself. I'll be known in the eyes of many nations. They shall know I am the Lord. Behold, I'm against you, Gog, the prince of Rosh, Mashesh, and Tubal. This is a different, like these different places. Let's see where these are. Which places here, where, which countries on the map. We have only Russia. You see, Gomer. This Gomer. This is Romania, and Romania is joining the campaign. So Gomer will be joining the campaign because this is Russia, this is Magog, Ukraine, Mashesh and Tubal. This is Russia, this is Magog, this is Ukraine, this is Romania, and these armies will be going actually not here, but here. This is Strait of Hormuz. You see, Gomer is Romania. Did we read about Romania in this announcement? Did we read about Romania? Let's check this out. Joint statement from the leaders of the United Kingdoms. This is my Facebook. Joint statement from the leaders of United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Japan, Canada, Korea, New Zealand, Denmark, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Czechia, Romania. Romania, people. You're gonna take this picture. So now you know what I was shouting. Sorry, this is the prophecy in the Bible. When these guys from Gomer, we continue reading here, from Romania, you shall fall, you shall fall on the open field. I have spoken, says the Lord God, and you said fire on Magog and all those who live in the coastland. They shall know I am Lord. Nuclear strike. Ezekiel 39 describes nuclear fallout in the Bible prophecy. Gomer. We read about Gomer. Here, Gomer. The prince of Raj. So the Gomer were coming down. Let's see here. Gomer. SQL gives the roll call of those who will fight alongside with the Russians in this invasion of Israel. Persia, Kush, Put will be with them, all with shield and helmets. Also Gomer with all the troops and Bet to Garma from the far north, Scandinavia maybe, with all troops, the many nations with you. All these guys. Gog invasion force, Gog and Magog. Prince of Rosh, Mashesh Tubal, son of Yafet. These are Europeans, son of Yafet. Son of Yafet, these are Europeans. You see here, Gog, Magog. And you have also what we have here. We have Prince of Rosh, okay, Mashesh and Tubal. Magog, Mashesh, Tubal. What do you say more here? Gomer. All these countries people. Gomer, Eastern Turkey, Ham, North Korea, North Africa, Libya, all these countries. So they are saying these countries will attack Israel. I agree. I agree. I agree. All these countries will gather troops against Israel and they will get their nuclear attack. You agree with me? Do you agree with me about this one? So what's going on? What's going on? So this Gomer, this is Romania. We saw it. Romania is joining the war, and praise King Jesus for. So yeah, no, I don't agree. I believe it is in the Holy Bible. Our Father in heaven, Uranos. This is Anu. We have Jehovah. We have a lot of videos about Jehovah. We don't like Jehovah in our channel, actually, if you don't know that by now, because we know that Jehovah is the dragon, and the dragon is the devil, and we don't need to do a lot of research to know that it is everywhere. We know that because he has He is there's coming smoke from his nostril. So just write Jehovah is a dragon, and you're gonna get this one. So with all respect, people, you need to do some research. You see here this guy, Jehovah is the dragon. So very easy to know. Yahweh is the dragon. We're not supposed to hear the voice. Just we gonna read a little bit. This guy here, you see here, you're gonna read from the Bible. Yahweh is a dragon, people. That's for sure. So many worship serpents, dragons, Hindus, Sumerians, Aztecs. We're gonna play this one very fast so you know what's talking about, what we are dealing here with. So this is very bad actually, what's going on in the world. So Romania will join the war against Israel. And of course, they will not say that. They are going there and they're gonna bomb Israel anyways. And then the deity Jehovah will nuke Israel, his own, because he does not he cannot tolerate this stuff. Very jealous, you know. So he live in the mountain, and in numbers, he demands virgin to be sacrificed. You see here, and donkeys. We remember the school that was bombed the first day attack on Iran. That was a virgin school. Schools, girls were virgin. All these, all these girls were virgin, and they were bombed like a sacrifice for Jehovah. So of course, we need to know about this creature with the wings. And this is all from the Bible. You see here, pouring from his nostrils. We're gonna read a little bit here what this guy is saying. Thank you for uh, thank you for helping me point out that Jehovah actually is a dragon mentioned in the New Testament Bible. You see here. This guy here, spiritual level of beings, very nice to watch this guy. He is reading from the Bible. So God here is Jehovah. Smoke poured out from his nostrils. You see here. You see another one. If you're not really convinced by now, there's a lot of these videos, people. So evidence Yahweh was a dragon. So this is another video. Prove Yahweh is the devil. So you have a lot of videos about Yahweh as the devil. So of course we don't like want to say the devil and the dragon are two different. So the devil is something else. We know we have the beast and the false prophet and the antichrist. We have a lot of to know what who is who. We know that Marduk Mordechai son of like Kronos, Marduk, son of Enki Adonai, is actually like we know the story of Ham. You know Ham? He said he was looking at his father Noah when Noah was naked in the tent. They have taken the story from Kronos. So can we say Ham is? You agree that Ham is Kronos, and Kronos is we know Cronus is Saturn, and because Saturn is the father of Jupiter, and Jupiter is Zeus, and Zeus was the son of Cronus, and Jupiter was the son of Saturn, and Saturn was the son of Uranus, our father in heaven, Uranus Anu, the Most High. You see here, offering sacrifice for the Virgin. For like a virgin girl, he offered his daughter for Yahweh, Jehovah. So not very good. We don't do that in Christianity. That's a demonic uh, activity. So we don't like this one at all. And because of Ham got the curse, his son Canaan, he got the curse. Maybe he did something to Noah. We don't really want to say, but we know that Cronus, what did he to our Father in heaven, Most High Anu, Father of Jesus Christ? He castrated him. And when he castrated him, his son he did the same to him. But this is why we got the Semitic tradition of circumcision. That's why we have this circumcision tradition. That's for people. So yeah, that's all people. So that's why I want to sh- to show you that Ham is Cronus and Saturn, and we know that Saturn and Jupiter. Like if Cronus is Saturn, and we know that Saturn is Israel because Israel in the Phoenician was associated. We know that Israel was associated with, um, like we know here, Israel was associated with Saturn, and Ham was like Saturn who castrated his father Uranus. So let's try um, to find where is Saturn associated with Israel. This is from the Phoenician. See here. Saturn and the Jews. You see here this stuff. Did the Israelites worship Saturn? You see this stuff? The ancient Hebrews worshiped Saturn. So this is Ham. We are talking about Ham, the father of Canaan. So if Canaan is, we know that Jehovah is a Canaanite deity. So if Canaan is uh, Zeus, then he is Jehovah. Of course, let's see here. We have this one. Yahweh is a Canaanite deity. So if Canaanite deity Jehovah is Canaan, so let's see. Then we know that Ham is Saturn and Yahweh. So Ham is Yahweh. Also Canaan is Yahweh. So this is what we are talking about here. Jehovah was Canaanite God. Mm. If Yahweh was truly a Canaanite God, what does this mean for Christianity as a whole? You see, people, was Yahweh originally Adamite or Canaanite God? So this is what I'm saying, people. Ham, he saw his father in the tent. The story of Noah, we have it in the Sumerian, like two deities in the Sumerian, or two, one guy, he, like Noah with the flood. We have it from the Sumeria. So this guy was Ham was looking. He went to his father tent and he was drunk, or his father was drunk. Noah and he saw his father naked. They mean something else. So this is Chronos and Noah. Like it says, you add the A to Noah, you get Anua, like Anu. But actually, they're taking the story from the Chronos and they put it to the story. So he saw his father naked. We don't know what he did. He was drunk and stuff. So his son Canaan got the curse, got the black skin, and God cannot be racist. We are not racist here. So this make me think about Canaan is Jehovah and Ham is Jehovah. So Saturn and Jupiter are both associated with Jehovah because Jehovah is Yahweh. You know that Jehovah is Yahweh, Yahweh is Zeus. And Saturn, I showed you Saturn is Jehovah. We're gonna check this out. I'm gonna finish after that. It's not so easy to know all this stuff, but it is very easy to find this stuff. So we were saying uh, Yahweh is Saturn. You see, Yahweh, you see here, Yahweh is Saturn. Okay? So now we know Yahweh is Cronus because Cronus is Saturn. And the same time, because I had a friend actually, he asked me about this stuff. And we know that Yahweh is Jupiter also. So how can be Yahweh also two planets? I just explained to you the story of Ham and Canaan. You see here, the word Jupiter translated from Latin to Greek is Yahweh, pronounced Yahweh or Yahweh. Jupiter was the chief deity of the Roman state religion. You see Yahweh, Jove, Jupiter, Yahweh, Jupiter of the hosts. You see here, Jupiter, Yahweh, the supreme deity of the Roman. So yeah, now it's almost 14 minutes. So Yahweh, we get Romania near his beloved Israel, and we get very angry and jealous. He's very jealous. You will believe like Romania and all these countries will be like invading this country, and you'll be jealous, and we will nuke the area like we read. This is a warning for all these countries going that way. You need to have this knowledge about the Bible, talking about the nuclear attack. Like in Sodom and Gomorrah, they say Yahweh, earthquake. Actually, it was a nuke by Enlil, son of the Most High Anu. Because some people, they associate Marduk, son of Adonai, Enki, with Yahweh, and some, they associate Enlil, son of the Most High, with Yahweh, because just like they associate Jupiter and Saturn with Yahweh. We have one other video I'm gonna finish. I know this is too much, but we need to do this one. Like if you say Yahweh is Saturn, that means Yahweh is Cronus. That's why the Semitic, like anti-Semitic, Semitic is the culture of sacrifice, circumcision in Cronus. So we know that Anu is the Aryan god, but Kronos is the Semitic god because of the tradition of sacrificing own children to Yahweh. Like when you circumcise, you give a bit of your male organ to Yahweh to eat. Actually, otherwise you're gonna eat all of you. So Yahweh, this is this knowledge everybody should know. If you don't know about this knowledge, you need to get education. People, this is what it is. Cronus, Tower of Babel. Yahweh is Cronus. You see here also this one. hidden human Tower of Babel, Yahweh is Kronos. So, okay, I'm reading. You see here, the Tower of Babylon, it was actually Kronos who took it down, not Yahweh. So they associate the taking down of the Tower of Babel to Yahweh when it was Kronos. And we have Borsisus. This is Berusus who wrote about this one. And he was from Babylonia scholar and stuff like that. Now you have people. Yahweh is Jupiter and Yahweh is Saturn at the same time. And this is very complicated for many to how one deity is associated with two planets. And I just explained the story of Noah, Ham, and his son Canaan, and how Zeus he also castrated his father Cronus, just like Cronus castrated his father Uranus. And people are worshipping the grandson or the son instead for worshipping the father or the grandfather Uranus. So if you worship Jehovah, Yahweh, you are worshipping the grandson or the son, but you should worship the grandfather of Zeus, Uranus, or the father of Cronus, Uranus, who is Anu. That's all, people. Blessings.